everyone, welcome back to my channel. I figured I would bring y'all on a walk again today because it is fall. I'm so happy that it's fall. The weather is so much nicer outside. I love being outside in this kind of weather. So I'm gonna pick up where I left off. I guess it was 2016. So in 2016, it was a really hard year. I was going through a lot with my health and just personal stuff. So it was really hard. And it actually made me a little bit worse, but I'll get to that in a little bit. I guess the first thing is in January, I started having these little breathing episodes where I would get pain in my rib cage area, and it would last for like 10 minutes. It was really intense and it wouldn't go away, and it lasted for about 10 minutes each time, and it happened about once a month. And so we had notified my neurologist, and they were just going to watch it and see exactly what happened as time went on. Well, summer came and these started happening every week or every other week, and they would last the same for 10 minutes, and I didn't even know why they were happening. The first time I thought maybe it happened because I got up too quickly, but then they never ended up stopping. They kept coming back over and over and over again. So it was very scary because I wasn't sure what was going on, but we just kept an eye on it, and my doctor knew. So September came along. I was in bed, I was asleep, and I woke up with the pain, and I was trying to breathe through it, but it hurts to breathe. It was so painful that I was like in tears, but that made it hurt more. And so it was like, what do I do? So I ended up waking my mom up, and she came to my room and helped me. She is a nurse, so she also listened to my breathing to see how my breathing was and everything. And it had been an hour, and this pain had still not gone away. And in the past, it had only taken 10 minutes. And my mom asked me, do you think we need to go to the ER? Do you think you're okay? And I said, we need to go to the ER now, because it was not getting better. And I was just in a lot of pain and could not handle it on my own anymore, and felt like I needed professional help. Even though my mom is a nurse, we needed someone. So we went to the ER in the middle of the night. Sorry, I had to stop abruptly there. I got a phone call. But I ended up going to the ER, and they admitted me into the hospital, and I was there for about a week. And then after I got out of the hospital, I went to see my doctors the Wednesday after I got out, and I had broken out in a terrible rash from head to toe. So itchy, was still in a ton of pain. The pain was not getting any better. And so my pulmonologist did not like the way I looked with the rash and being in so much pain. He was very concerned and did a direct admission back into the hospital. And I ended up being there for another week. They did lots of different tests to try and figure out what in the world was going on, why I was in so much pain. They still couldn't find anything, and they ended up putting me on some other medications to get the rash under control, and then once things calmed down a little bit after another week, they sent me home, still in the pain. So the pain never really got better. The doctors tried to do different things, but they still, even today, don't really know why I was in so much pain. So in October of 2016, my grandmother, who also has the same myotonic dystrophy, she got very sick and ended up being put on hospice care. And I was not very happy because I didn't see God's plan for that, because I was really close to her, and it was nice to have someone in my family who actually sort of understood what I was going through and I could talk to about any of my symptoms. So it ended up being, after 3 days of her being in hospice, she ended up passing away from heart failure due to the myotonic dystrophy. And this was very hard for me. So we ended up having to go to Florida for the funeral. That's where she and my grandfather lived. And it was a very hard time. It still is hard a lot of the times whenever I'm having a rough day, and all I want to do is wish I could talk to her, because she understands, or did understand. So I really do miss her a lot, and it was a very depressing time, I guess you could say, for me. So we ended up, like I said, in Florida, going through all of her stuff to pick out things we wanted was even harder. It was just really difficult. And we ended up coming back to Memphis, and I just wasn't really hungry. I'd lost my appetite pretty much, and I would force myself to eat, but didn't really want to. It was just really hard. And I'm sure any of you who have experienced loss know exactly what I'm talking about. No motivation or anything really. So time went on, and I guess I'll stop it here. That way I can start the next video at the new year. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you again soon. Bye guys. Today's piece of encouragement is another one of my favorite verses. It is Romans 12:12, which says, "Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer."